Everybody wants to make money, but not a lot of people actually understand the history of money, what the next evolution of money is going to be. And that is the reason why when the Bitcoin came out, a whole lot of people were very ignorant and dogmatic about it. And now Bitcoin is projected to, in the next 5 years, get to about $100,000. So in this video, I just want us to take a few steps back in history to actually understand where we are coming from in terms of how we carried out trade and exchanged goods and services in the past, and what the next evolution of money and how we're going to carry out transactions is going to be, so that you can capitalize on it and make wise and more informed decisions rather than keeping your money dormant in the bank. This is just going to better inform you on how to make smarter decisions with your money and with your finances. So let's get started. Now, back in history, how we first carried out transactions and trade was through a system called trade by barter, or the bartering system. But there was a huge flaw with this system. This huge flaw was called the double coincidence of want. Now, for those who don't know, the bartering system is basically trading goods and services directly from one person or one individual to another individual. Now, the issue with this is, let's say for example, back in sometime in 5000 BC, I wanted to trade my axe for 2 cattle. I would need to find not only someone who has cattle, but that needs my axe as well. And this was a very slow and inefficient way to carry out transactions. There came the wild adoption and use of coins, that is gold coins and silver coins. And this was from ancient civilizations all the way to the Roman Empire. There was a wild spread and adoption of coins. These coins had innate value in them. So if I had 10 gold coins, I knew what the value is. I knew that, let's say for example, I needed 3 gold coins in order to purchase a cattle. So when I go and meet someone that has cattle, I know fully well that if I give the person 3 gold coins, it is equivalent to that cattle. And the person can easily use those 3 gold coins to purchase whatever else he or she wants to buy. So this was a lot more efficient. It brought about an increase in how trades was carried out globally. And then in modern civilization, there came the adoption of paper money and currencies. This was a lot lighter, and of course this was a lot more efficient. We now had what we call central banks, where all this money is being stored, and the strength of the economy determined the strength of the currency. During the period of the adoption of coins, it was difficult to carry those coins from one place to another. Let's say I lived in Asia and I wanted to transport my money from Asia to Europe. I would need to hire someone who can carry a whole lot of gold coins, which is heavy, from Asia all the way to Europe. So when paper money came, it was a lot easier, it was a lot lighter to carry a lot of money from one place to the other. Trade became a lot easier and faster. Now, fast forward to the digital age, money became a lot more intangible. For example, I honestly can't remember the last time I held physical money in my hand. Why? Because everything is now done digitally. Money became a lot more intangible. We have things like credit cards now, we have debit cards, we have mobile banking applications, and trade can be carried out a lot easier. I can be here in Europe and transfer money to somebody in Asia, let's say $1 million, and it will move boom, just like that, in a matter of seconds. So now money now lives in this cyberspace of numbers and bytes. So in 2009, a group of anonymous individuals called Satoshi Nakamoto, they introduced what we call the Bitcoin. Now the Bitcoin is a decentralized system of trade where it utilizes what we call smart contracts and the blockchain technology. So there's no central place where your money is stored. It's actually decentralized. This brought about a whole other evolution of how money and trade is being carried out. We have things like Bitcoin, we have cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, and there are several of them. When Bitcoin first came out in 2009, a whole lot of people didn't take it seriously. Everybody thought that this was just a gimmick and something that will fade with time. But as of today, Bitcoin sits at around, I think, $48,000. It was not too long ago $60,000, but then there's a prediction that in a few years' time, that is 5 to 10 years' time, Bitcoin is going to get even up to $100,000. So with a prediction like this, I would suggest that You guys do your research and start understanding where to put your money in that can yield a whole lot of returns in a few years to come, rather than keeping it in the bank where it is just dormant. So now, after Bitcoin, what exactly is the next evolution of money? The next evolution of money, hypothetically speaking, would be what we call central bank digital currencies, or CBDC. Now, these central bank digital currencies would have the same underlying value that the physical currency has, however, in digital form. So it will be kind of like Bitcoin, but in a centralized banking system. So the central bank would actually hold these currencies. However, it's in digital form. So that is going to be the next evolution of money. Another one would be stable coins. Now, these stable coins would actually have physical assets that is pinned to its value. So let's say a mansion now will have the same value with a stable coin, which is a digital currency. So you can see that the evolution of money is getting a lot more digital. Physical currencies are fading out. So I would say in this day and age, keeping your money lying dormant in banks might not exactly be a wise investment decision to make, because these banks are actually using your money to even trade. I think I made mention of this in my last video. These banks are actually using your money to trade, and it's not exactly, well, I would say it's safe, but then it's just lying there dormant. And in the next few years, your money might even depreciate in value. So instead of putting your money there, you should start going into research into how you can actually invest in these cryptocurrencies, these digital currencies, and make the best out of it. So I'll stop there for today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'd like you to also support the channel by subscribing and smashing that like button, and just leave a comment on anything you'd like me to um, talk about in a future video. I want to become a lot more consistent with creating content now, just to improve and get better. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.